A pangram, I think that's how it's pronounced, is a string that contains every letter of the alphabet. Given a sentence, we want to determine whether a pangram or not a pangram for our English alphabet. We're going to ignore casing as well. So we are passing in a string to a method that we have. It's listed out here. You can read through this if you want the entire example, but basically we just have a string being passed in right here. And from this string, what we're going to want to do is see if every letter in our alphabet is inside of here. It exists at least once. So let's write a small data structure that holds this. I'm going to do an array, a simple array, because we know the size. It's going to be 26 because we have 26 letters in our alphabet. I've already created this. I'm just going to copy and paste this in here. We have a char array. It's called ARR, and inside of here I have every single character of our alphabet. Now from here we're just going to want to go through our array now. So let's do a for loop. We'll do int a is equal to 0, and we want to run this as long as a is less than our ARR.length. So we are going to move with our indexes, because inside of here we are going to have a condition, a check, inside of our for loop. So inside of our for loop, we immediately want to return if it is not a pangram. Because let's say we hit somewhere in the sentence right here, and there's no F. Well, if there's no F, we need to return immediately. There's no need to look at the other ones. So we're going to say if it's not in here, and then we're going to compare right now. So let's get our character originally. Let's get our string first. We're going to do s dot to lowercase because we only have lowercase values in our array. So first we need to put this to lowercase. So s dot to lowercase, and then we'll just have these parentheses right here. Because we're not passing anything in, we have this s. It's just a method, that's why it needs parentheses. We don't pass any parameters. So s dot to lowercase dot contains, so we're seeing if our string here contains, and we want to compare the character at our current array. So we're going to do character because we made this array with characters. So we're going to do character dot to string. We must convert it. If you did it with strings, you wouldn't have to convert it, but I'm going to do it here because I originally made it with characters. And then we are going to pass in our current value, which would be a. So we want our current element that we're looking at. We are going to, because that's going to go through our alphabet, we want to compare it to all the values in the string and see if it's in there. And if it's not in there, we are going to go into this if statement right here. If it is not this, we are then going to want to return not pangram. That's going to end that line, and this if statement, and then this for loop. Now, if that doesn't happen, we can have a return where it is a pangram. Because if we never go inside of here, we're never going to hit this return, so we're going to have to return that it is a pangram. This is a public static string, so we're returning our strings, just called pangrams, and we have our string s. So let's submit this. It's going to run, I believe, like 8 tests, and this is our code for it. Passes all 8. It's accepted, so that's how I would look at this. All of the chunk of it is right here. You're going to want to code all that out. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments below.